A shotgun snap for Newton. That one complete to Keene, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now Newton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Newton on 1st down. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Seahawks 19-yard line.
They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Michel, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Patriots' 12-yard line.
Now Rashad Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So give them the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Demir Bird returning it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 19.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Patriots.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On second and 10, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Penny. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Penny, a first down carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down and 4. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. 7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second down, Michelle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. That'll bring up second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. That's taken in by Callaway. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Newton being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Carlos Dunlap on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Michelle, they toss it out right to him. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Rolling. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's at the 50. 30. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here, because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. This is White on the screen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To throw again, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On third down, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
Now left side on the swing pass. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw again is Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Wilson will throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The tight end, Dalton Keene, the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Good job. Makes the score Seahawks 20, Patriots 14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Returnable for Dorsett. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the gun, Wilson. And the tight end Olsen, right side.
Wilson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
It's a gain of
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Kenny, the ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson. Airing it out for Olsen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
For the field goal, a 53-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, Newton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down now, Michel, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
To throw again, Wilson. And got his man complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A play fake to Michelle, now Newton.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd down, Newton.
Got his man, that's Harry. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Off play action, Newton. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's Newton. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. Roses to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Patriots 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A terrific run there by Penny. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Newton going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think a part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Third and long, it's Newton. He's going to take another shot. He's got him in, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. 47 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He sets to fire deep. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a 1st.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, a give to Penny. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Final score, Seahawks.
Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes. Because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.